Being here at 1500 Sound Academy has completely changed my life. I feel like I do have a family, my own community. Before I was at home, and most of my community is online, so physically it felt like I didn't have much of a physical community to talk much about music and content creation. But coming here is really dope to have a group of people that are passionate about the same thing.
I think from my first day, from the DJ course to now, my willingness to explore different areas and different passions within the music industry has grown. I didn't expect to love DJing as much as I do. Right now, it's a very, it's keeping me balanced.
From the first day till now, I think where I've grown the most is my confidence in my musical ability. Like that was a big one for me. Why are you trying to make me cry?
You know, spiritually for sure I've grown the most, because just seeing everyone's like demeanor and you know how they move, and having a good balance with the business and friendship, relationship, you know.
From my first day till now, I will say most of the skills that I've learned here I had little to no knowledge of before I started, and now I can confidently say I'm proficient in just about all of them.
Get the third one?
I enjoyed learning the formula of creating a hit, and I do feel like I'm able to create hit songs from this point. And I have a lot of knowledge from different sources and amazing songwriters.
Music business, I think that's the most important thing if you want to be an artist and if you want to just spend your whole life doing what you love. I love entrepreneurship, and so just getting all of the details that I needed for my preferred industry was just like amazing.
One thing that I would take with me from the DJ program is definitely to have fun. The best DJs that I've seen all kind of have that in common. They are themselves. They know how to serve a crowd and please a crowd while also, you know, infusing their DNA on what they have going on. At the end of the day, if you're not having fun, you're not going to stick with it. So, you know, if you figure out what you can fall in love with, then you'll be good in the long run.
Iron sharpens iron. Who you keep around you, who you allow to influence you in your space, and who you look up to, who are your peers. Those people really mold you.
The guest that stood out the most is Mixed by Ali. Had nothing to do with mixing, actually spoke a lot of knowledge about feeling comfortable in the room.
I'm good at reading body language, and I could just tell they weren't interested, and it was like they was talking to me just to check me off a list.
And he actually explained that if you don't feel comfortable in a room, if people don't make you feel comfortable, if you don't feel like you're welcome, then that situation isn't for you, and they don't deserve to have you in that room.
Tiffany Haddish, for sure. She stood out the most to me because she, not only is she an actor, but she also does music. So she was kind of giving us tips on how acting and singing go hand in hand, and the business side of it.
I would shout out every single person and staff if I could, just because everybody has touched me in so many different ways. But personally, I really want to shout out Ray. He just does such an amazing job of creating a really safe space for his students and making sure that people can be vulnerable and open up, but also know how to tackle what's in front of them and still be able to keep pushing.
Shout out to DJ motherfucking Keita. I love you. Thank you so much for sharing your depth of knowledge with me.
The most relevant field trip for me would have had to have been going to the Grammy Museum and touring there in the relationship that 1500 of course has. There was a lot of details there. We got to see a lot of backstories and connections that it was awesome. So.
Going to the NFL headquarters in Inglewood, when I went to the facility, it made me understand how passionate they are about sharing sports and entertainment together with a huge audience, and it's kind of bigger than music. I kind of left that experience with a different perception of where my music could be.
My artistry is very selfish. I can make what I want to make, and I don't have to worry about an audience or really anyone else. As long as I make it and it resonates with me, I'm able to find somebody versus DJing, which is purely a service. It is for the other people. I have to study people. I have to know what they like. I have to keep my ear to the streets. And finding myself in that kind of opened my eyes to everything else that's a possibility for me.
What's next is to continue to build on these relationships I've made and keep making more music, more records, demos, top lines.
I want to say my favorite memory has to be 1500 Day. It was really nice to see everything kind of come together in the sense that I'm seeing my classmates perform, I'm seeing other artists locally perform that are being supported by 1500. I feel like I'm actually a part of this family now. So being able to be a part of 1500 Day just kind of just validates that.
Can I say the whole 6 months is my favorite memory? Because I've just been floating. Like, I know it's only Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but when you look forward to that every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, there was never a time where I was like, I gotta go to school.
Education is always going to be the most important thing to me in any avenue, in any aspect of life. From a music sense, from a spiritual sense, from a mental sense. And, I definitely plan on continuing my education here at the 1500 Bell. Happy back for the 200 local for sure.
Dude, if you're gonna do this, do it all the way and really be open-minded about it. So much beneficial, like the events, meeting people that I can't meet anywhere else. I met them here specifically.
Rance be drilling things into us, and he came by earlier today and was really just talking about the power of manifestation. And so I'm definitely thinking bigger, dreaming bigger than I ever have coming into here. So I really feel like it's a second awakening of sorts after leaving here.
Everything is just amazing. I'm super grateful. It'll forever be like the highlight of my life. So thank you guys so much, and I love you guys.
After graduation, I'm getting ready for my release. I'm gonna be releasing around summertime. I also have a performance coming up at the end of March, which, that's like my whole life. Like, that's all that I wanted to do my whole life. So to be finishing 1500 and have a live performance for myself as an artist really means the world to me.